Have you ever wanted to drink water, but you've just never had the motivation to do so? Well, I have the perfect fix for you. So, now introducing the Cirkul water bottle. So I ordered this box about 2 weeks ago, and it came, I don't know, maybe a little over a week ago. So the shipping is relatively fast, so props to them for that. But you probably didn't come to hear about the shipping, so in this video we will get into what is in the box, such as the bottle and the sip and the lid and that kind of stuff. But before we do that, let's find out what Cirkul is all about. Cirkul water bottle is a game-changing device that completely revolutionizes the process of drinking water. Cirkul was created to fix the water problem. You might be asking, Dylan, what do you mean by the water problem? And to answer you, I would say, how much water have you honestly drank in the past hour, maybe day, week, month, maybe? You probably answer, well, not that much. And that's exactly the water problem I'm talking about. So, how will Cirkul change this? Cirkul is pretty much a high-tech water flavoring system that doesn't contaminate the bottle. And I shouldn't have to explain what I mean by the contamination of the bottle, because we all know what I mean. Because when you add your favorite powder or favorite flavoring, whatever, to your favorite water bottle, you can never, after you finish that water bottle, you can never seem to get that gross aftertaste out. And this bottle is made to fix that problem. So, Cirkul uses these things called sips to separate the flavoring from the water. But when you drink it, it somehow magically mixes together. But we will get into this later. So first, let's look at everything that came in this order. So as you can see here, I've kind of opened this thing already because, as I mentioned earlier, I've had it for like over a week. So I just couldn't help from opening it. And also I wanted to give an honest review of what I actually thought after using it for some time. So the first thing that comes in this box is this metal water bottle right here, along with the lid and the sip. So these sips come in these bottles, but as I mentioned earlier, I've used them already, so I have a sip on the bottle. But yeah, so up first, let's take a closer look at this bottle. As I mentioned earlier, this bottle is metallic, but you don't need to worry because in case you don't like metallic water bottles, there are multiple different types of water bottles on the Cirkul website to be perfect for your liking. But I personally like this metal one here because it's insulated, so that's what we have here. The Cirkul website also lets you completely customize everything from the bottle to this little strap on the lid. But we will get into the lid later. As I mentioned a little while ago, this bottle is insulated, which means it keeps your water cold for up to 8 hours. However, on the website, it does warn you that the water doesn't need to be kept cold for the 8 hours because you're probably going to finish it in about 30 minutes. Up next is the lid and its sip. So this lid is kind of funky looking, and you're probably thinking, how could this possibly change how the water tastes with the big gaping hole in the center of it? And honestly, I was thinking the same thing you were. But all you have to do is bring this flavoring system in, also known as the sip, screw it on, and there you go. Ignore this big lump on the bottom. It kind of looks like a normal water bottle lid. And then these flavoring systems come in a ton of different categories and flavors, so Cirkul is not lacking in the flavor department. But you might be wondering how these work, so let's break it open and see. So let's just tear this little bottom thing off, and there you go. You can see there's a big sack of liquid. And this liquid is the flavoring, so I might shake it by the microphone, see if you can hear that. I don't know, maybe you can. And so my theory is that when you open this and then you tip it back to sip, the water goes through the little around the side and the liquid goes through there, and they somehow mix in this area right here, and you get the amazing flavoring. And each sip lasts around 6 20-ounce bottles, which is also 120 ounces, so that's like a lot. And therefore, solving the cure for the water problem. Look at that. But there are two very cool features about this lid and sip that I haven't mentioned yet. So, firstly, you can change the amount of flavoring that you want to be mixed in with your water. So the highest number it goes to is 9, and the lowest number it goes to is 0/X. So if you want like a ton of flavoring, then you can crank it all the way up to 9, even though probably have to be insane to drink that much, because that is just overwhelming. But if you just want water, like a little break from the flavoring or something, just turn it all the way down to X, and you've just got water. I most of the time use something around 4, maybe like a 3.5 or 4.5. But it sometimes depends on the sip and how much of the flavoring liquid you have left in the thing. The second cool feature is that it can fit on most water bottles. So I have this other water bottle here. This one is a Hydra Peak. I don't know. And all I have to do is take its lid off and put this lid on. And there you go. You can have the Cirkul experience without needing to pay for a Cirkul water bottle. So now you're probably on the edge of your seat because how freaking cool this is. But there might be one thought looming in the back of your mind about the price. But before we get to that, I just want to give a little shout out to my merchandise, this Dillondeck merchandise. As you can see, this one is the 1,000 subscriber little special, and once we get to 10,000, hopefully soon, because we're only 4,000 subscribers away, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Anyways, we'll have a 10,000 subscriber line out, but I'll leave a link to my shop in the description below. And I've got crew necks to normal hoodies to a bunch of different shirts to stickers. So make sure you guys go check that out. But back to the price. I can assure you that this is an amazing price. So let's break it down. So this metal insulated bottle that I have is only $35, which if you can put that in comparison to, I don't know, the more popular water bottles these days, Stanley or like Hydro Flask, usually those go for like $60 for a 32-ounce bottle. This one's only $35, so it's a very good price. And then onto the sips. We'll just lay them all out here. And then, all right, so these are all the sips that I haven't drinking yet. And if you were to guess, you'd probably say, I don't know, it's probably expensive as they're fancy and stuff. It's probably like $10. No. It's not $10. It's not $7 or $5. It's only $3.75. But now you might be thinking, wow, this is like really cheap and everything. And also your first order, the shipping is free. So you're probably like, wow, this is really cheap and everything. But you're probably like, it's probably scam because it's so cheap and everything. So does this actually work? So now we're on the review part of the video. First, we're gonna look through these sips right here. So this one is a fit sip, which this one's got a little bit of electrolytes, but not as much as these. These are the Flight electrolyte ones, and these have a ton of electrolytes, way more than the fit ones. And then there's another fit one. And this one's a frosted one, and this one is for your iced coffee flavors. Then another Flight one, and then this one is Fusion, or Fission, something like that. And this one is for energy drinks, and then this one's a Go Sip, which gives you not as much energy as this one, but still gives you some energy. So we're gonna go ahead and open this one, and pull it out. And I have not tried this flavor yet. So this is a pretty much new review for me. So let's go fill this bottle up with ice, and because you kind of need water to drink. So yeah, let's go do that and we'll be back. All right, so now we've got ice water in here, and we're gonna go ahead and screw this on. And as mentioned earlier, you can change how much water you want. Usually I do 4, so we're gonna crank it to 4, pop it open, and try this blue raspberry Go Sip. So that's pretty strong. I mean, it's really good, but it's strong at 4, so we're probably gonna bring it down to like 3.5, because that's the good thing about it. There's no notches or anything, so you can bring it down to like half. So let's try it. That's good. That is really good. Although I've tried this like multiple times, not this flavor. It still blows me away about how well this works. And also, this is non-sponsored, guys. Like, I'm not just trying to promote their company or anything. This is an honest review. Like, I've tried a bunch of flavors, and for the most part, they've all been good. There's only one where it's kind of got a weird aftertaste, but still, they're all good for the most part. So I would easily recommend this to anyone. It's fairly cheap. Like, I got my sister one of the lids because she didn't want a bottle, so I got her one of the lids so she can like experience the Cirkul experience. So yeah, that's all I got for you in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.